Aspects of NMR. This is our unknown compound whose structure we have to identify. If we pass the unknown compound in NMR instrument, NMR will provide us a graph, or it is called as the spectra. It contains signal of our hydrogen. We have to collect the information regarding the environment of hydrogen so that we can determine the structure of a compound. Now the information can be collected by 4 different points. They are called aspects of NMR, out of which we have seen the first one, that is the number of signal. Number of signal have given information us. If for a compound we are getting 2 signal, means while drawing the structure of a compound, we have to show 2 sets of equivalent proton. If another compound gives 3 signal, means while drawing the structure, we have to show 3 sets of equivalent proton. So number of signal give the information regarding number of sets of equivalent proton. Now second aspect of NMR is position of signal, that is the chemical shift. Here we are getting the signal at different position. Why we are getting signal at different position? That will give some information regarding the position of signal. Now the positions are plotted in terms of del value. When we are keeping the magnetic field constant and we are changing the radio frequency radiation, then the del values are plotted in terms of del value, because the del values are obtained by the radiation absorbed by the protons. But if we keep the radio frequency constant and if we change the magnetic field, then these signals are plotted in terms of magnetic field. Here del value increases, here magnetic field increases. Now suppose our unknown compound is ethyl bromide, CH3CH2Br. This is the signal of CH3, this is the signal of CH2. We are getting the signal at different position. Why it gives signal at different position, we will see. We will perform the experiment first by keeping the magnetic field constant, and we will change the radio wave frequency. This is the nucleus of this hydrogen. When we apply the magnetic field, then this nuclei will have a precessional frequency. Whether precessional frequency is less or more, that depends on the magnetic field applied. If we apply less magnetic field, less precessional frequency they have. If we apply more magnetic field, more precessional frequency they will have. As we are keeping the magnetic field constant, so precessional frequency is the fixed one. We will change the radio frequency one by one. That radiation will be absorbed, whose frequency will matches with the precessional frequency. Once the radiation is absorbed, we will get the signal. All this hydrogen does not have same precessional frequency. Though we are supplying the same magnetic field, because we are keeping the magnetic field constant. As magnetic field is constant, still they have a different precessional frequency, because they are not getting the same magnetic field, though supply is the same one. The reason is the electronic environment around the nuclei here is different, and electronic environment around the nuclei here there is a different one. If we apply the magnetic field, then this electron present in a bond. These electrons, they will vibrate, they will circulate. As negative electrons are in a circulation, they will create magnetic field. That is called as the induced magnetic field. So these electrons are somewhat free. They have more density because electronegative atom is more. So more vibration and more induced magnetic field they will generate. While these electron or these hydrogen are closer to the bromine, so due to withdrawing power, electron density is less. So there is a less circulation of electron, less induced magnetic field it will generate. So the induced magnetic field generated by this electron and this electron is the different one. This induced magnetic field opposes the external magnetic field. So this is opposing, suppose by power of 3, and this is opposing by power of 1. We are supplying 20 magnetic field, but these nuclei will receive 20 minus 3 means 17 magnetic field they will receive. They will feel 17 magnetic field. While these hydrogen 20 minus 1 means 19 magnetic field they will feel. They will receive 19 magnetic field. As different magnetic field they get, different precessional frequency they will have. As they are getting more magnetic field, hence they will have more precessional frequency, means high frequency radiation it will absorb and it will give the signal at higher del value. Compared to this one, these hydrogen are getting less magnetic field, so they will have the less precessional frequency. So low frequency radiation they will absorb and they will give the signal at lesser del value. So we are getting the signal at different del value because the different radio frequency radiation they are absorbing, because different magnetic field they are getting. Why they are getting different magnetic field? Because here electronic environment was the different one. The induced magnetic field opposes strongly, means it shields its nuclei. So this magnetic field is shielding its nuclei more properly. So these hydrogens are called more shielded hydrogen. While here oppose is not powerful. So these are called as the less shielded, or it is called as the de-shielded one. Now we can perform the same experiment by another method. Now we will keep the radio frequency radiation constant. And now we will change the magnetic field. We have kept the radio frequency radiation constant, and now we will change the magnetic field. Now this hydrogen will require higher magnetic field, because here secondary induced magnetic field opposes, and there is a powerful oppose. So we have to supply more magnetic field, so that after achieving the magnetic field, they will have that precessional frequency that should match the radio frequency, and that should get the signal. So this hydrogen, due to oppose, required more magnetic field, so they give signal at higher magnetic field. They are called as the upfield signal. Compared to this one, they are less shielded or they are de-shielded. Comparative, they will require less magnetic field as oppose is less. So less magnetic field is sufficient to generate that precessional frequency that should match the radio frequency radiation. Now, once so they require less magnetic field, so they will give the signal at low field signal it will give. So these hydrogens are the shielded one, give signal at higher magnetic field. They are the de-shielded one, they will give the signal at lower magnetic field. Here position of signal is giving some information to us. Here we are getting two signal. This is the signal at lower del value or higher magnetic field. We can interpret that it is the signal of those protons which are highly shielded one. While this is the signal, it is the de-shielded one. It is the downfield signal. We can interpret it is the signal of those protons which are having less shielded or the de-shielded one. Or we can interpret the attachment of electronegative atom to this one. So position of signal gives important information regarding the environment of hydrogen. We have seen the example of ethyl bromide, in which the sigma electron affect the position of signal through shielding and de-shielding. Now we'll see the examples of a pi electron containing compound. Pi electrons are more free compared to the sigma electron. So pi electron will create more pronounced shielding and de-shielding. We'll see some examples. These are some compounds. Their hydrogen will give signal at different position. Why they give the signal at different position? First, acetylene, CH triple bond CH, in which it contains one sigma and two pi bond. This is a sigma bond and this is a pi bond perpendicular to the sigma. This is the another pi bond. Means two pi bonds are in a suppose horizontal position. Here pi electrons. If we apply the external magnetic field, then this pi electron they will vibrate. They are in a motion. They will circulate. Their vibration, their circulation will create secondary, that is the induced magnetic field. The direction of induced magnetic field will be the perpendicular to the motion of electron. So secondary induced magnetic field will generate in this manner. So in this magnetic field there is a region that is called as shielded region, where secondary opposes the external magnetic field. This is the de-shielded region, where the secondary aligns the external, that will help the external magnetic field. Our hydrogens are not present in de-shielded region. They are present in a shielded region, where secondary opposes the external. So for absorption of this hydrogen, we have to supply more magnetic field because there is oppose. So these hydrogen absorb at higher magnetic field, means they will give the signal at lower del value. Acetylene hydrogen gives the signal at del value approximate 2.5. So these hydrogens are the shielded one. Now we'll take the example of ethylene, CH2 double bond CH2. It contains one pi bond. These are the pi electron. If we supply the external magnetic field, this pi electron will vibrate, they will circulate, and perpendicular to their secondary magnetic field will generate, having a shielded and de-shielded region. Our hydrogens are not present in shielded, they are present in de-shielded region, where secondary aligns the external. For absorption of this hydrogen, we have to supply less magnetic field, because the secondary is in the same direction, it is helping the external one. So these hydrogen will absorb at lower magnetic field, means they will give the signal at higher del value, that it gives the signal at del value approximate 5. So these hydrogens are the de-shielded hydrogen. Now we take the example of benzene. Benzene has 6 hydrogen and it has a 3 pi bond. Ethylene has 1 pi bond, it has 3 pi bond. So there are more pi electron. They will vibrate, they will circulate more effectively. So secondary magnetic field will be more pronounced than the ethylene. So this generated secondary magnetic field having powerful shielding and powerful de-shielding. Our hydrogens are present in de-shielded region where secondary aligns the external. Less magnetic field we have to supply for their hydrogen. So less magnetic field means they will give signal at higher del value. Both ethylene and benzene hydrogens are present in de-shielded region where secondary helps the external. But compared to this one, benzene hydrogens are more de-shielded because more pi electron, pronounced shielding, de-shielding. So powerful de-shielding it has. So comparative less magnetic field we have to supply. So comparative they will give signal at higher del value. Benzene hydrogen gives signal between del value 6 to 8.5. So benzene hydrogens are also the de-shielded hydrogen. Now we will take the example of aldehyde. RC double bond OH. It has 2 lone pair and a pi bond. Compared to pi bond, lone pair are more free, so they can vibrate, they can circulate more effectively. If we apply the external magnetic field, the electron will vibrate, circulate effectively and pronounced shielding and de-shielding it will generate. More pronounced than the ethylene, than the benzene, shielding and de-shielding have been generated. Aldehydic hydrogen is present in de-shielded region where secondary aligns the external one. So less magnetic field we have to supply. Compared to this one, less magnetic field we have to supply, means they will give the signal at higher del value. Aldehydic hydrogen gives signal between del value 9 to 10. So this is the example of shielded hydrogen. These are the example of de-shielded one, but they differ in their de-shielding. As the pronounced shielding, de-shielding occurs, so the position of signal also affects. This was the effect of pi electron on shielding and de-shielding, that is on the chemical shift of a signal, that is called as anisotropic effect. Position of signal gives much more information regarding the environment of hydrogen. Suppose a compound have given us a spectra in which there are the signal. If we are getting the signal between del value 6 to 8.5, we can predict it is the signal of aromatic hydrogen. Means in our compound, aromatic system must be present. If we are getting the signal between del value 9 to 10, then we can predict that it is a signal of aldehydic hydrogen. In our unknown compound, aldehydic group must be present. If we are getting the signal between 10 to 12 del value, it is the signal of carboxylic COOH signal. So we can predict the structure of a compound, that is the environment of hydrogen. This is regarding shielding and de-shielding, that is the chemical shift in NMR spectra.